They actually contacted my parents first and told them about about them wanting me to participate in this project. So when I got home, my mom she's very dramatic with me. So she goes like, "Guess what? I got a call from the school today that you got in trouble and you did this and that." And I was like, "No, I didn't, Mom." And I could see it in her face. She was lying. So she started to laugh, and then I was like, "Mom, what is it?" And then that's when she told me about it. So I wasn't actually told that. I was told by my parents first. And the next day, when I came to school, I talked to the teachers. Well, the teachers talked to me, and they told me, and I was very excited. I was like, wow. It was just something.
Never thought, who would ever think, that you'd be involved in something like that?
Yep.
So that's really cool.
It was.
At
first, we weren't. Mr. Curlo actually wanted to get to know us first to see what experiment he would give each one of us based on our character and our personality. So it was like a few days before he actually told us what our assignments would be. So during those days, different teachers and professionals would come in to talk to us about, the Italian culture and the currency and the customs they have.
And so then once they decided, how did you get your project? And explain to me what your project was about.
Mr. Colo actually told me that he assigned my project to me because on the first day he couldn't figure out how to hook up to his laptop because he's not from this school, from Irma Rangel. So, and I was the one to fix it. So he told me that from that moment he knew I would get the web.
So you got the technical part, huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So explain to me what you did with your project. How did that work? Keeping up with these two sites.
The basic.
Okay, I want you to start with saying, the project basically was.
Okay. The project basically was to maintain and manage and upload all the information for both the Italians and the Americans onto the webpage so other people could view it from anywhere in the world. So I had to work a lot with, both the Italians and the Americans so I could get the instructions on time, on the date, so I could upload it and it could be. At first I was a little skeptical about the whole, Italian English thing, but I'm Hispanic, so I know Spanish, and that really helped me in understanding and being able to talk to them. When we got there, my host family, the father and the mother, didn't speak English. They didn't understand English. But the older daughter was actually majoring in English, so that helped. And the host, my host friend, Kiara, also was fluent in English. So that helped, and whenever we couldn't understand each other, I would try to explain it in Spanish, and we could communicate like that.
Stuff going on?
To this point right now, we're not really doing anything with the projects. I don't know if in the future it's going to keep going, but to this point it's not.
So you did it through the summer while you were over there. Did you continue to update the website and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
When we got there, we were still working on it, so there's still changes to be done on the website.
And was there a counterpart to you in Italy? Did they help with the website? Did you have a certain...
Each American student had her own project, and the Italians were working in partners. So each American was paired with 2 Italian students. And the group that I was with in Italy, they weren't really up to date and didn't really know how to do it. So it was up to kind of me to teach them and help them, see how to do it and how to upload the stuff. I was really the one that actually knew more about it. They kind of had an idea, but weren't really sure. So it was my job kind of to show them how to do it and how to manage it.
Do they use the internet there a lot, or was that and just that they had never put together a website before, or?
I really don't know if they have. From what I saw, I guess I don't know if it was because we were there, but I don't really think. I mean, we use the internet in America more than they do there. One of the reasons I think is that here we have more access to it. I mean, you see a lot of people with just laptops walking around, while there it wasn't really something that common.
Okay.
That might have been a factor of why they weren't really fluent in.
Irma
Rangel is a single-sex school. It's all girls, so it was different going there in a high school where it's co-ed. I mean, before, during middle school and elementary, I was in a co-ed school, so I was kind of used to it. It was just different because during the high school years, it's been single-sex for me, so that was pretty.
From what you're used to here.
They have a different class schedule, so that was pretty interesting. And the thing that really, caught my attention is that they stay with the same group of students through the whole year, every day, and they move from like the same group of kids move on up until when they graduate, which is something we don't do here. Here we have different periods and we move to the different classrooms. There the teachers move, so that was interesting.
Well, did they seem to like it? I mean, of course, they don't know anything different, but did it seem to present any kind of problems? Or
the fact that they were together so long, I guess that really made a strong bond within the whole group. So they were very, friendly and towards each other. They knew a lot about their families and what they did, and knew a lot about each other. So that was pretty nice.
And so what about the family that you were able to stay with?
The family that I stayed with reminded me a lot of my family, except for the fact that, my family's bigger. But they were really nice, and they would just be there. They would offer me anything I needed. They were really caring about me, even though I was like a stranger. So,
what do you think maybe that they do a little bit differently than our families did?
The difference between the American family and the Italian family for me is that the Italian family values family a lot more. And while the American family is not really the typical sit-down every family, because the American lifestyle is just so fast and everyone's just on the clock. In Italy, they don't really care about time because it's more of a family custom life they have.
What was the food like? Did you like the food?
The food was terrific. I loved the food. We had ice cream there because they eat ice cream just like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That was something that was surprising and different for me because we don't do that here. And the ice cream there is just completely different from the ice cream from here.
Cool, cool. So, what about the community around there? Were there things that happened that were different than you were used to, or something you weren't expecting, or what did you think about the community?
The community over there is it's so much smaller, and everyone's just so close to each other that you see people in the street just saying hi and waving to everyone because they know everyone, and that's something that was really nice. Here we have big cities and everyone's in a car. Over there, everyone just walks everywhere because everything's so close.
That's great. Okay. So what do you think you'll take away from this with you? What's something that you're going to remember about it for the rest of your life?
The thing I believe and I know that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life is just the strong connection and friendship that I made with the people there. Even now, I'm still talking to them, emailing them. Sometimes we call each other. But that's something that is just going to stay with me forever because I think that we built a strong relationship and strong friendship for being, across the ocean from each other.
Not everything's like here, but it's still a lot the same. What do you think?
The whole experience, I think, really broadened my view and my imagination about what is out there, that the whole world isn't just, what we're used to. That now I've come to realize that, living here in Dallas is just, Dallas is just a small little part of the whole world. The world is so big and there's so many different people and things to learn and find out. That's something that it really helped me, and I really like this